two, one. Grand Rising and welcome to Good Morning Experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure to present to some and introduce to others the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment. We're talking about a man who has the reputation of being a master builder. He's a six-figure ring earner and is a gold legacy member. He is also the first, we're saying the first shareholder in Washington, D.C., all up and ready to go. He's known to this family as the man of courageous conversations. We talking about Uncle Jock.
Woo, great morning, great morning, great morning. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, all right.
Yours.
All right, so we like to welcome everybody, like Troy said, to the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. And I'm Uncle Jock zooming in from the DMV. We got a great show for y'all this morning, and we are officially in the tip drill version of our Pass the Ball segment. So this is where, if you're new, this is where we pretty much get testimonials from agents from coast to coast, from all over the country. Sometimes we have people that are zooming in from Canada. And what we do is we say we're going to pass the ball. This is also, ladies and gentlemen, where you should work on your edification. If you notice, a lot of the pass the ball experts, what we do is we edify the person that we're bringing up. And why do we do that? Because when you're edifying somebody and you're in front of a prospect, guess what? The person that you're bigging up is going to big you back up to the prospect. So, y'all ready to get this thing going? Let's show everybody how we do this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired up!
Fired up!
Fired up!
Ooh. And what's up?
My income!
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet.
All right, y'all. Officially, guess who's back? Welcome back, Jen.
Jen is back.
Jen is back and got lights, camera, action. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so we don't have no hands up. All right. So, I knew you was going to do that, Mark. I was going to try to beat you to the punch, right? I forgot y'all got them quick. They warned me about you. So, with that being said, I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to pass it to Dr. Mark. What you got for us, brother?
Thank you, Uncle Jock. Great morning, man. I'm fired up this morning. It's Monday, and I'm fired up. Let's go. Last night, my wife and I had a chance to meet one of our family members, our young cousin. She's a Gen Z. For 2 years, we've been trying to reach out. And I tell y'all, it's a beautiful thing when you have a Gen Z who is excited about life insurance and protecting their own selves. She's going to be going to Towson University in the fall. And man, we want to get her covered. Her dad want to make sure she gets covered. And I tell you what, it just feels good to share with her about life insurance and also about the business opportunity. They want to share with her about getting rid of her student loan debt. If you count what I just said, Student loan debt is a big thing for a lot of our Gen Zers and Xers are in school. They're already focused on paying off their debt. So we got something to help them pay off that debt. Are you catching what I'm saying, y'all? That's a lot. That's
Yes,
a little
sir.
fishy spot this morning. But anyway, that was awesome. And then today at 12:30, I got a green sheet appointment with wife, and I met somebody at Taco Mac last week ago after our meeting. Man, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep rolling. It's just good feeling to see the young people understanding life insurance. I love it. I just love it, love it, love it. Thank you for sharing this morning.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for sharing. And who you passing that ball to, sir?
This morning I'll pass this ball to an awesome woman up there. I believe she's up there in Maryland too, or the DMV area. Her name is Miss Tiffany.
Can I
Uh-oh.
while we got them on the spotlight, before we go, because we didn't talk about this, can we talk about Dr. Mark, how he dropped it on Thursday, sir?
Oh, yeah. Let's rewind the Alpine. Hold on, wait. Hold up. How we going? Eric, come on in and undo the pretzel that you're getting ready to do on my segment, sir.
No, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Dr. Mark. If anybody, y'all, we can get together, just give a shout out to Dr. Mark. Laid it down thick like brick mix, as you would say, Uncle Jock, on
Yes.
Thursday. And so I just want to really just give him a shout out for all of us, so we could do that.
Thank you,
So
Coach.
then let me put everything in perspective too. And the only reason I said I didn't want to undo the pretzel because I seen all them hands, and then I didn't want to go do a recap with Dr. Mark, but we can do a recap with Dr. Mark if y'all want to do it and intertwine it. But I got to say this part, and this is what we talk about a lot, right? We use this platform. This platform is to develop leaders, and the leaders, as they're developing, guess what? We see them developing. And we have our own platforms, and we've done this on purpose. Guess why? So we can make our own decisions and highlight our own talent. So Dr. Mark, the other day when Eric had to make a run, see, this is how stuff works. Normally, Eric, who would we go to in a normal situation?
Man, sometimes I go to Nicole, Jock.
That's my point.
That's my go-to guy, man.
So what was probably going to happen, and I'm so glad Eric made the call. I was going to call Tawana, have Tawana fill in for me, then I would have just filled in for Eric. Real easy, right? But it's too many leaders that we have that are shotgun ready. When I say shotgun ready, just pull the trigger and they ready. So a lot of you all are getting ready to get tapped on the shoulders because as we grow, you're not going to want to hear from Uncle Jock all the time. You're not going to want to hear from Coach Eric all the time. You're not going to want to hear from the regular people all the time. So the platform, the village is growing. So that means the platform is growing. So that means the opportunities inside the studio. Y'all remember we said it was going to happen like this. The opportunities are going to happen. So just be in position to take advantage of what you're preparing yourself for in these morning meetups. All right, so I just want to come back around and put a ribbon on that. Thank you, Dr. Mark, because you laid it down thick like brick mix, sir. Good gracious.
Thank you, Uncle Jock. Thank you, Coach Eric. Thank you, Uncle Jock. And appreciate it. I'm grateful to be on this platform. We have a great village. So I'm gonna pass this ball to an amazing person on our team. She's up there in the DMV area. I'm inspired by her son. He's making an impact in the business too as a young entrepreneur. Miss Tiffany Tyler, the insurance agent, come on front and share some awesome things for Monday.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Mark. I'm actually in North Carolina. But thank you so much. And I'm up getting dressed, you all. I have such a busy week from going out last week scouting in my neighborhood. I have 3 appointments starting at 11:30. Also, I kept getting a spam call over the weekend, and I finally answered the call, and it was the GM from McDonald's asking me if I could come set up tomorrow between 8 and 4 so her employees can get insured. So I'm super excited about that. Also, yesterday while I was in church, my pastor kept talking about pour the milk. And I was like, she's been teaching us this forever. And when I looked it up last night, it says, so that we can grow up into salvation. And that was really good for me. So I'm really pouring into my spiritual with that milk so I can grow up into salvation and understand that I'm walking in my faith. But I have appointments after appointments. I got with some bail bondsmen, funny story, and then I'm getting off. My ex-husband called me to ask me if I could come bond him out of jail because his girlfriend had him arrested. And I was like, boy, nah, you just stay there and y'all deal with that because I don't want no issues. But lo and behold, my son told me, he said, Mom, please go get my dad. So when I went to go get him, I had to find a bail bonds. I ran into 3 bail bondsmen. I have appointments with these bail bondsmen. And if anybody know, bail bondsmen have numbers, and they about numbers. And I just got on the phone with one Saturday and we ran some numbers. I have this meeting with him at 11:30 and his friends are sitting in. So I'm super pumped this week. And I'm also having a meeting with my team to let them know that this is serious. And if you want to make the money, we got to run the play. And I'm just super excited. I'm so excited, guys.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell y'all what Tiffany is an example of. Y'all ever heard the phrase, all gas, no brakes?
Yep.
All gas, no brakes. It's like once you find that zone, see, you can tell the folks that are super serious. Like the conversations are different. You can tell your high level agents who are out here doing this at a high level. So I'm not discrediting anybody. Tiffany, I don't know if y'all picked the golden nugget from the golden arches. I don't know if y'all picked that up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many of y'all got McDonald's around you that you could probably walk to?
Yep.
Yeah.
How many got 10 McDonald's that you can drive to within a 5-minute drive? All right, so here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Tiffany just left you a clue. Go to McDonald's, introduce yourself as a community resource, and make it happen. Make it happen. That's just one thing. The other thing, then she said, you know, my son's father, all gas, no brakes. That's when you know the switch is turned on and it has to be intentionally turned off. When you get to that point, y'all don't understand. When you get to that point, it's almost like you feel like a superhero. That's why we tell you, when you find that zone, when you get in that zone, when you find that wave, ride the heck out of it. Ride that wave. So keep riding that wave, Tiffany, and keep sharing and bringing those nuggets to us. Who you passing that ball to?
And I also want to say this. I'm satisfied with my promotion, but I'm not satisfied where I'm at. If that makes sense, you all take it and go for it and grow some goals off of that.
Love it. Who you passing that ball to, Tiff?
Gonna pass this ball. I don't know who had their hand up first. And oh my God, it's such a Leo season. And, okay. So clock that. That's right. Let's try to clock that. So Danae, this is my buddy, my pal, my oh so gentle person. She loves to dance. She also comes with all the nuggets that she is implementing herself. Come on off, Miss Danae, sweetheart.
Thank you so much, Tiff. So Grand Rising, everybody. I have been busy this weekend. When I tell you busy, everywhere that the soles of my feet was planted this weekend, I asked people, did they have life insurance? So I walked away with about 5 people on my calendar. 2 people, I'm waiting for them to get on my calendar because it was kind of like a rush thingy. So I just went on and sent them my calendar and told them to get on it. And so I have a green sheet to do today. Well, 2 of them, but one of them, he's a credit monitor or something dealing with credit. And we got to talking, and he said that his wife was with Primerica. And he said that he had a couple of people that were interested in life insurance and probably wanted to join the team. So he wants to kind of partner with me and kind of let's talk. let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna talk to him today and see where his head is. And I'm just keeping it going. I'm not stopping. I'm keeping it going. I got to do what I got to do because I'm retiring next year. So this is it, and it's working.
Right.
So I love it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Whoever has poured into me, thank you so much. Tawana, thank you. You know, you're my girl. So thank you for pouring into me and pushing me through all of this. I'm going to pass. I'm going to
Who you
pass
passing that ball to?
I'm going to pass the ball to. I'm just going to go with who's first on the list. Is the sacred plug, LaShonda. I know she got some nuggets for us. So go ahead, LaShonda, take it away.
Thank you, Danae from Hinesville. I appreciate you. Thank you all. I wanted to give a shout out to Coach Erik for a training that was outside of our team last week. He put it in the group chat right after, I don't even know what day it was, y'all, but I think it might have been Saturday. He put a message in the group to come support, and I clicked on it. And this meeting, he started presenting it as a leadership training. I don't even know. But by the end of the meeting, he opened up for questions, and I asked the question. My call wouldn't unmute, so I had to type it in the chat. And he ended up doing like a Q&A with somebody else who was on the call from whoever's team it was. It wasn't even our team, y'all. That's how we roll around here in this village. So it was a whole nother team. I don't even know where they were. But he asked the question. Well, I asked the question about how do you goal set and how do you track going to the next level, getting the ED. And he asked the person who was role playing, what is your goal? She said ED. And he asked her what was the next, what was her steps? What does she need to do? She had no idea what the next step was as far as how many people you need, how much premium you need, anything. But the way he broke it down was so amazing that it was really life-changing for everyone who was actually listening to break it down step by step. And I'm sure he may have said all of this before to us, but I just keep going back to the same thing. Y'all lock into the experts who are talking to us every single day, because if you listen and if you're open, it will change your life. And I also had a quick a barbecue I went to over the weekend, talked to several people who were interested in becoming agents. No matter where somebody is in their journey, make sure you lock in and keep on dripping on them. That's all I got. And
Hey,
I am going.
LaShawn, hold on real
Yeah.
quick. Something that you did say that we just need to remind everybody of. You know, we tell everybody all the time that you don't have to make everything, but you don't have to miss everything. And I think Dr. Mary sent around yesterday that schedule, our weekly schedule. Make sure you pass that around to everybody. And if you're ever receptive, like LaShonda said, Erik put out there, sometimes we train on other people's platforms. But the thing is, you got to plug in. You got to plug in so you can now attain those transferable skills that we're trying to transfer over to you guys. You feel me? So great job, LaShonda. Who you passing that ball to?
I am passing the ball to one of my longtime sisters. This chick's been molding me and grooming me since I was about 16. And she brought me into the business. I signed up directly under her. She is amazing. I cannot wait to continue to work with her and continue to let our businesses bloom. The $6 million woman, Sarita Thomas, come on up.
Thank you. Thank you, Sacred Plug. What an honor it is to share beside her. I reached out to her directly after that call we did with Erik, and I think his name was Mudha, something like that, with his team. And we were just shocked at how I said, LaShonda, did you see the smoke coming from their pencils? They had their heads bowed and were writing. They were catching everything Erik was saying. I mean, not looking up at the cameras, they were writing so hard. It was phenomenal. But I just wanted to share that on Thursday, I've been challenging myself to go up to people and say, do you have life insurance? I had a long talk with Dr. Mark and Monique and just encouraging myself more to do it. Thursday, school shopping, lunch with my daughter. She said, let's go to IHOP. And so, Waffle House. We go to Waffle House and watching the two of the employees are in a heated argument, and so somebody's trying to calm them down. So the energy was way off. But before we left, I walked up to one of the ladies and said, "Hey, do you have life insurance?" Everybody else tuned in. And so I began to have a discussion with the room. The manager was there. So he was like, "Hey, listen, can you come talk to all of us?" He told me about the two policies he has. One other person was unsure of what they had. And so he wants me to come in to talk to them as a group about getting insurance. So encourage yourself, be encouraged, but put it out there. We've got what they need. My goal is to change 6 million mindsets, and hopefully I got 5 in that room on Thursday. So thank you, Dr. Mark and Monique. We have a beautiful village, and I'm so very happy that you guys accepted me into it and let me share in all the knowledge you give. Thank you. I'm passing the ball to
Wait. First, everybody got to clap that one up. We got to come off and clap that one up
Yeah,
because
girl.
Let's
Congratulations.
go,
Thank
Sarita.
you.
Great job,
Thank
Yeah.
Sarita.
you. Come on,
Million minds,
Sarita.
6 million
Tell,
minds.
tell Dr. May, where'd you go?
I'm sorry.
Tell Dr. May, where did you go?
Waffle House.
Come on now. Woo!
Waffle House.
And let
So
me
look,
let me step it up further. At first, we went to First Watch. We went to a different restaurant, and we got in here, and Kai's like, "Mom, I don't want all this fruit overpriced stuff. It's the same thing at Waffle House. Let's go to Waffle House." And I was like, "Okay." And we got up and walked out and went to Waffle House. So now I know it was divine order, that sent us to
yes.
Waffle House. So, I had a
Hold on,
courageous
hold on, hold on.
conversation with the employees.
Hold on, Sarita. You just added another layer, right? So you went to first watch first, and
Yes,
then after having a conversation with your daughter, y'all were at Waffle House.
yes.
Then she said in her story, I don't know if y'all caught this one. When you clicking on Facebook, what always happens when they show on Waffle House? Altercations and bad energy, right?
Drama.
So
Yeah.
so she walked into the ideal Waffle House, right? Then she asked the question, y'all. I don't know if y'all catch some of the trainings. We always say sometimes you can create the problem, right? When I say that, y'all don't understand. If all of us just keep making little videos, keep putting out there, keep saying, life insurance, life insurance, life insurance, life insurance, life insurance, y'all realize we're programming people, right? So when you go out and now you get somebody like Sarita who asked the question, a lot of times the subliminal stuff that's been going out there, life insurance, are you properly protected? So now when you ask the question, sometimes it radiates. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? She asked the question to a single soul, but it radiated into a few more souls, if that makes sense. Do y'all see what I'm saying? I'm trying
Yeah.
not to speak too over everybody's heads from an energy standpoint, but the energy was crazy, and she stood in it. She was scared. Walked in that door, kicked in the door like the Kool-Aid man, and like, look, I'm here. So Sarita, job
Thank you.
well done.
Thank you.
Yes,
And
yes, yes,
interestingly
yes.
enough, I asked the question to diffuse the argument. The one lady was new and she was hyper, she was overly anxious, and they kept saying, "Slow down, you don't have to do everything." And just her not knowing how to calm her energy, she was doing way too much. And so it turned into her aggravating people, and they were all arguing. And when she came to the table to distract her, I said to the lady who was coming behind her to stop her from coming back to our table, "Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have life insurance?" And that's how it all started.
Wow. Not only did the question diffuse some
Yeah.
energy, it also harnessed some more positive energy. So great job, great job. Who you passing that ball to? And Tawana, you're gonna be the last hand. No,
I'd like to
Annie's gonna be the last hand. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'd like to pass the ball to the storyteller, one whose smile and her confidence and just her energy always gives me such hope when I'm sitting on the calls. I think I'm braver when I watch her speak, and the things that she has to say inspires me. So I want to pass the ball to Tawana.
Wow. You might make me cry. Thank you, Sarita. I feel the same way about you. I love listening to you speak. really tuned into everything that you say. And I want to also give a shout out to your partner in crime, Miss LaShonda. I appreciate you checking on me. LaShonda could tell my energy was a little bit down because I've been worried about my mom. So gratefully, her surgery went very well. They got everything out, and we're just waiting. I mean, the strength of that lady, she's the reason why I do what I do. So I did kind of have to take a break over the weekend to attend to her. I had an appointment on Sunday that I was supposed to meet with the gentleman from T-Mobile. Instead, we did a Zoom, and he is ready to get a policy that we will be doing on Wednesday. And I'm also going to reach back out to the other young men that were in T-Mobile. I had to, again, take a break for a minute, but I was still on my game. I took a little time just to listen to some videos and actually watched The Founder. I watched that. So I'm there, I'm listening. And I just want to appreciate, everybody on the call. And
So
again,
Tawana,
thank you. Yeah.
he's ready to get the policy.
Say it again.
He's ready. He's ready to get the policy.
He's going to get IUL. Found out he has 9 siblings. Now,
let's talk about the crossroads that you and I were at, where we were saying which road should we go down.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to share that with everybody because it might help some people moving forward. Because a lot of people get in a position. Let me paint the backdrop real quick. So she had a young man who she approached about life insurance that worked at T-Mobile store. And she approached them about getting life insurance, but then they started talking about the business. So the big question was, which way should we go? Should we go for the recruiter or should we go for an application?
You just told the story.
Yeah, but then all right, so
yeah, no. So yeah, we were on the same page. Doc and I were on the same page. I felt like, and he reiterated kind of, but we always thinking the same way. I went for the application instead of talking to him about the business. He is aware of the business. So when I do the policy on Wednesday, I will detour back and give him the video to see if he's interested in doing the business as well.
And here's the lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes when people get, because you know how we always say, yeah, go get the recruit, because the recruit can lead to the application. But in this situation, she went at him first about life insurance. And a lot of times when you try to mix that thing up, you won't get either one if you try to go after you approach the life insurance route and then go as a business partner. So we said, no, the cash register, you went to when you're working with the cash register, the one thing as a salesperson, you always, when the cash register looks like it's getting ready to open or it has a possibility for you to open it, go work the cash register first and then circle back. So I just want to share that. Who you passing that ball to?
Absolutely. I'm learning that because I will go after a team member quickly instead of thinking about the policy first. So that makes sense. So I'm going to pass the ball to this beautiful lady. She speaks so softly and also has so much wisdom. And Miss Rita recap, his name is because of Miss Annie. Take it away, huh?
Thank you, Miss Tawana. We all love you, girl. Good morning, community. So I am inspired by what Stephanie and Sarita shared. Over the weekend, as you all know, we were mourning over Coach Elijah. So we visited his family, his wife, his children. On our way home, we decided to just chill at a restaurant. And I saw our new field marshal, Dr. Teresa, at work, prospecting our waitress. I had intention, but she implemented that rule of 3 feet. She said, guys, I'm going to prospect this waitress. So there was no hard feelings. And the manager even, she talked to them. She asked the waitress, let me ask you, do you have a retirement plan? She said, actually, no. And she said, how old are you, if I may ask? She said, I'm 40. Teresa said, you know, you are going to play catch up. You should think about retirement. And she said, yeah, that's true. I have 4 children. How do I do that? So Teresa said, let me get your number and I'll invite you to talk to you about it. As we were exiting, she saw the manager because she had a different kind of outfit, uniform. She prospected her and she asked if she can talk to the CEO so we can come talk about retirement, as they don't have anything in place. She let us know that, oh yeah, they have 401k, but not everybody qualify for that. So we know we have a lot to do. And today, what the 2 ladies shared has substantiated the fact that we have a lot to do. And my question, Uncle Jock, is to Stephanie. How do you plan on talking to the CEO, or how did you get about talking to the CEO and to get a call? And see, we shy away from spam call. Thank you, Coach and Uncle Jock. Can you ask her for that?
If Uncle Jock will allow me.
Yes. Go ahead. If you can make it quick, please.
I went in, Miss Annie, and good morning to you. And I was just dropping off business cards there, and I asked to speak to the GM. So a young lady came out and she said she was the manager. Me thinking that she was the GM, I let her know that I was the local life insurance agent in the area, and I was scouting out to reach out to all businesses today to see, to discuss group insurance versus personal life insurance. And she said, sure, I need you, and I may want to get in the business. So she began to get busy because it was in the morning time. And she said, I'll give you a call. So she never called me. So what we do, we follow up. So I called back to speak to her, and she wasn't there. So then my phone kept ringing and I thought it was a spam call. So I said, let me call because it's the same number. Let me answer because it's the same number that keep calling me. And it was the GM inviting me to come sit there on Tuesday, which is tomorrow from 8 to 4, to talk to the employees. I didn't get to speak to the CEO because I guess it may be a franchise business where they can make their own decisions. And that's how that happened.
Woo! Love it, love it, love it. So, with that being said, we're transitioning, and I'm going to get out of the way and pass the ball to none other than the index voice of inspiration.